tanks have opened fire in Turkey's largest city, Istanbul, a city of 14 million. Military helicopters have opened fire in the capital city, Ankara. Late today, the military launched an attempt to overthrow the elected civilian government of Turkey, an important U.S. ally and member of NATO. The U.S. has major Air Force operations in Turkey with about 1,500 airmen there. Turkey is important in the fight against ISIS in neighboring Syria. Tonight, the Turkish president has called for citizens to fill the streets to beat back the coup. Troops have taken over the airport, television station, and bridges in Istanbul. And that is where we find Holly Williams tonight.
Well, Scott, this coup or attempted coup, because we still don't know what it is, unfolded very quickly here tonight in Turkey. Here in Istanbul, which is Turkey's biggest city, there are troops and tanks on the street. They blocked off the city's two main bridges and they took control of Turkish state television, although it now appears that broadcaster is back in the hands, back under the control of pro-government forces. Here in Istanbul and also in the Turkish capital, Ankara, we've repeatedly had military jets flying very low overhead. And here in Istanbul, we've repeatedly had gunfire ringing out across the city. The Turkish state news agency is reporting that the Turkish parliament has been hit by a bomb and also that a military jet has shot down a helicopter that was being used by some of the officers behind the coup. Those reports are unconfirmed at this point. Also this evening, we heard from the Turkish president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, speaking over his cell phone with Turkish television. He condemned the coup and called on his supporters to take to the streets, which is what they've done, and we've already seen some violent clashes. At this point, we simply do not know who's in control of the country.
And we're getting reports now from a witness that tanks have opened fire around the parliament building in the city of Ankara. Holly, what sparked this? Why now?
Well, the answer to that, Scott, is really one man, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, an extraordinarily controversial figure. He is loved by his supporters, but his critics accuse him of imposing his own conservative Islamic ideas on this country and in doing so, chipping away at their democratic freedoms. Now, the US government will be worried about further instability here in Turkey, and this evening the US government has reiterated its support for Turkey's democratically elected government. But for America, and especially recently, Recep Tayyip Erdogan has at times been a very difficult ally.
The military is known for being secular. Erdogan has been in power since 2003.